Hey guys, welcome back to Clash with Barndo. Tonight I'm going to be going through our potluck that we went in on the weekend. What is potluck? You can see here I've just got the official page up. It's basically a heap of guys, a heap of clans searching a set roster of 30 versus 30. So you can see there's 4 different tiers: heavy, middle, welter and light. And most of them seem to be going into the middle range, which is 2 11s, 6 10s and 22 9s. Absolutely amazing fun. Any clan that's thinking of getting into scrims, this is the way to go. Twice a month they do it, one on the weekend, one in the midweek, and we had to organise our group 12 hours before. We only found out about this very short notice, so we put in a group and we had a crack, and just cannot say how much fun it was. So quite low count on the first, but obviously the word got out, people have been kicking the can along, and absolutely amazing fun. Get on board. It is shit hot fun. So what I'll do is I'll get straight into our replay that we were in. Okay, so you can see we matched the Swarm FPC clan. Absolutely amazing fun. We lost by the 1 star, although we were almost 4% above. So all we needed was 1 star and we could have won the war. We probably had in our list 8 Town Hall 9s that we wouldn't have used if we had a lot more time to organise and prep up, but we had to organise a list and get our guys in, and they all had a red hot go, and what was more out of it was just amazing fun to get Aussie Addicts in there representing, and next time we'll have a much more competitive side. So it's still awesome fun. Big ups to the Swarm. Absolutely enjoyed it. I'll go through some of the stats and all that kind of stuff, but it was 2 Town Hall 10 3 stars to 1. We had the 2, and in the end it was 8 Town Hall 10 hit downs to 2. So we used an absolutely amazing amount of Town Hall 10 hit downs and still came really, really close. Now you can see number 28 took 5 hits to get that 3 starred, and number 30 took 7 hits and we didn't kill it. That's what lost us the war. It was Aussie Addicts versus number 30 and old Rolly. Yeah, well, it's just disappointing to have that. We had some really big hitters hit that and fail, and it's something we need to analyse, but obviously we did have a low batch. We knew as long as we competed, we'd have a chance, and still, we all learnt so much. We take so much away from it, and it was just an amazing war. So what we'll do, we'll get straight into the attacks. Now, this was Barndo 80 versus Joel. I had a 99% versus their number 3, so that was heartbreaking as well. But you can't blame any one person for losing or winning a war. It's a team of 30, you know, like, no matter whether you've got a few weak players or not, each team says that, you know, like we were, I think it was 300 hero levels different, but it doesn't matter if we had an extra 300 hero levels, we didn't kill their number 30. This is a base with Town Hall 8 defences, and it was just disappointing, you know, like to have a heartbreak at the very end, come down to the final attack. But that's what FPC and that's what scrims are. They're just amazing fun. So you can see here with this attack, pretty much just a bowl of spam. It's just about analysing it. This base was opened by one of our low 9s, and you can see I knew that there was 2 giant bombs next to that right Inferno, and I just wanted to get my main group pathing through the middle, and that's what I've done. I've got the majority of them going, hogs in from one of the sides, and it was pretty much all over Red Rover. Plenty of bowlers left, only the 1 hog, but, you know, Queen was alive, Warden was alive. It was a very simple attack in the end, and that's why we used some of our low Town Hall 9s to open, was because we knew they wouldn't be getting 3 stars. We knew we had some really green guys in, but it was a matter of having to get 30 players to make the squad happen, and we did. So Dave had a fresh hit here on number 6. We'll have a look at this. What I like about this, you see the corner troll hut. What I liked about this was it wasn't just a spam attack. He's planned a very specific attack. 2 jumps through the middle, pretty much a go-var-ho, and he's done it really, really well. So this was a fresh hit. It was in the last 10 to 15 minutes of the war, and we needed a 3 to be able to keep us in the game, and Dave got it. Unfortunately, we failed on the last Town Hall 9 attack. So the double jump through the middle, that's getting his golems and Jimmy Bob moving along. I think most of the Valks are out by now. He does well with analysing where to use his hogs because he's got some golems covering. The Queen, she goes through the middle and pretty much does a really interesting job where she gets in fire line of some of the point defences, but then runs out of it. So it could have been all over for old Queenie, But in the end, she did the right job, and that golem passed around the outside just perfectly for that arch tower. And that's where the sort of win was. So I watched this live. The war started at 5 a.m. for West Australian time. And, yeah, you know, they have to get out of bed at 4:30. It was pretty rough, but I managed to get all my attacks out the night before and get a few hours sleep to see the ending. So, great attack, Dave. Unfortunately, just the 1 3-star for both of us. But Dave did have 2 fresh hits to have to go through. So, what I'm going to do is go through some Town Hall 9s. Now, I've got a couple of re-hits and then a few fresh hits. This was a re-hit from Barndo 82, one of my Town Hall 9s, and this could have been a much lower account used. I've done a video to show this strategy. This is the Pentalava Loon with a lightning strike, just the 1 air defence going out. You can see such a really exposed queen, and if you get rid of that middle air defence in the end, the hounds and loons were going to path all the way going counterclockwise and not worry about the blowers. So you can see old Jimmy Bob comes out to tank the queen. If that was a lower king, you would need to use probably a few loons to give assistance. But you can see there was just so many loons left. There was a hound that was unpopped. There was room to be able to manoeuvre with less, with lower heroes. You didn't need 30 heroes, but we needed a solid hit. We needed it down. And yeah, definitely a good re-hit. Definitely, I think, one of the strongest re-hit armies at the moment is the Lightning Lava Loon. It's just seeing what's in the clan castle and then how to react to that clan castle. You can see it was a baby there, and I went with the 1 poison and then the pups to get it. So, yeah, it's just one of those things. Now, we'll have a look at Peter the Great. He had a 6-star war. This is one of Captain Awesome's Town Hall 9s. And he's gone in with the Queen Walk Govarho. And again, pressure times, we needed 3-star conversions, and he got them. Sorry, just having a look. Lots of chatter going on. So, you can see this base had the big heroes. This was, I'm not sure how many hits this base took. It was only probably, I think this was the 2nd hit. So you can see a good walk here. Great use out of that. An early poison, and she body pulls the early rage, I should say. Body pulls the clan castle. Baby dragon, and then the double poison. You can see the staggered poison there. One to slow it down, and the second one to overlap to make sure that the queen didn't need to use her abilities. Held on to the oh shit button, and that's a good way to do it. So great analysis out of there. And then you can see now here, 1 jump to get the Valks and Jimmy Bob through the bottom and middle, a rage, and then that 2nd jump's going to be able to tie everything in together. What I liked about this was tail in loons, so definitely a good use of those to get those defences down the bottom as Jimmy Bob runs up top. There's a couple of hogs, Gollum still surviving, and absolutely great hit. So 6-star war, great war, captain. Unfortunately, we lost by the 1. Definitely a good way to keep us in there. One of the 2 6s. Excuse me. Now, where are we? That was 16. We want to look at number 18. Shade's probably one of our stronger re-hitters at the moment. He's gone in with a Govarho as well, just a single, so a cold-blooded Govarho with a Queen Walk. And I liked it. Same sort of thing you see with the few hogs and the few loons. It's just picking it out. You can see most of the air defences up the top here. Same sort of clan castle. These guys use these clan castles well. What I think people are failing, and I'm a little bit guilty of this too, is that we get held up in these new fad armies. It's a bit of a fad. People think, oh, I've got to use these are the best units. But this clan castle is a queen killer. It's a queen walk killer. But when you think about it, a baby dragon does the damage of a wizard. That's the reality. It splash, does the damage of a wizard. It's got a few hit points. But what about thinking Shattered Govarho or Shattered Gohog? With a poison, with a few wizards behind it, under rage, they will absolutely smash that clan castle. Yet, we are guilty of looking at these new phase armies and going, oh, got to use Valks, got to use Valks. But Shade's gone in with a brilliant army here. He didn't pull the clan castle too poorly, so it was done well and an absolutely solid hit. So well done, Shade. Great war. 6-pack for you. It'll be disappointing to see him eventually go Town Hall 10, but that's where people go. So we'll have a look next at some of our fresh hits. Now this was Dennis's fresh hit versus their number 19. And Dennis, one of our more solid air guys. I do like what he's done here. He's gone for the lightning on that air defence. Now this is going to make sure that the pathing on his hounds is definitely going to be affected. Now you can see the Barbarian draw and the Clan Castle. What I like about that is a lot of people would use one hog there. 5 unit spaces. Dennis has gone with 2. So straight away, quite simple. Probably a little bit early on dropping that golem down. Possibly has cost him, a fair bit of loss there, because obviously he took the point defences and the queen and that sort of thing. But at the same time, he gets his desired targets. That's mainly the enemy queen. Starts with his hogs with his hounds and loons, and you can see their pathing going clockwise. Starts from 6, then goes to 9, and finishes up. So you see he's using where the blowers are positioned to affect where he wants to run his hounds, and he's using that to his advantage. That's what these hits are looking at. You've got to be very, very aware of these blowers and where they are, and how it's going to affect the pathing. So there's a lot of pups doing a lot of work here, and you can see this train of loons at the end. This was a fresh hit, so really great analysis. Well done, Dennis. Unlucky not to get a 3 on the other one, mate. Dennis hit that number 12 that I did show, and did trial air, but just came at it a little bit differently than how I re-hit. So let's have a look at number 23, and this was Muzza. Muzza's one of our solid performers as well. Unfortunately, just the 1 3-star on this. A little bit lower on the base defences there. You can see a level 2 Expo in the middle, and on the right-hand side as well. Now, he's done a little bit of hurting. Now, what I liked about this attack with Muzz, this is one of his solid armies, Hevar-Ho, and we do use this a fair bit in Clan, but his wall breakers has failed. He's only taken 4. I have suggested to Muzz to make sure he takes 6 next time, because the simple thing is you need to be prepared to lose a couple, and what I like about 3 is that it gives you an extra option, just in case you can open another set of walls. So you can see he doesn't get open where he wants the queen to go in. So she's going to be coming around the side there. He does get the Clan Castle draw. What I like about this Clan Castle draw is where the queen's positioned at that point, doesn't have a lot of pressure on her, and then he gets that double poison out. So she's only got the 1 wizard on her, a wizard tower. Then the queen starts going around. So the queen's going to lose her healers. She obviously would have gone in, but the queen will lose her healers. He's kept going with his raid and kept the cool head. In go his Valks. Luckily they run outside. The core Valks with that rage did actually get a fair bit of work done, and luckily enough the healers have stayed outside on the king. This is one of the things that is killing this combo, is the Valks running off through the middle and dying, and the healers being drawn off by the king. So I do run it a little bit differently, but Muzzer's come through, kept the cool head, great use of his hogs there, and finished it off nicely. So well done to get the 3 there, Muzz, as a fresh hit. Pressure war. Just awesome. I'm really proud of the team, Aussie Addicts. We tried our best, only fell the 1 star short, but, we need these pressure wars. We need to be able to get into these, get our guys in to get these pressures. So you're hitting. Dave hit a 3-star, fresh hit 3-star in the last 10 minutes of the war, and he's been number 1 in many, many scrims, and he's used to that kind of pressure. It is just another hit. I myself, as a raider, I still get the nerves. Everyone gets the nerves. It's that elevator feeling when you're going up and down in the elevator when you push that launch button. So this is Judd's attack on 24, and you can see it's another Hevar-Ho. Good use of the wall breakers there, but unfortunately, old Queenie, she doesn't want to do the job. So what does he do here? He tries to draw the Clan Castle, or maybe that was just a belated effort of those wall breakers. Very, very lucky that the Queen did push inside there. He probably could have burnt 1 Valk to make sure they cleared some of those units. I think definitely would have been a good option, but luckily enough, he's kept his head. You can see a good use of the jump there. Unfortunately, doesn't recognise this minion, beating up old Jimmy Bob. Probably could have dropped the minion down there, Archer down there, one of his wizards. but lets it do a fair whack of damage before he goes, oh, I've got an extra few units here, drops it down. So plenty of Valks left. That Wizard Tower does cause a fair bit of grief at the end there. You can see just enough life left on the Valks to get the job done. But 3 stars, excellent raid, Judd, to be able to keep his head. I mean, my first raid with Barndo 82, I misdropped a unit. It stuffed me and I didn't get it back. So, yeah, definitely there. Pressure war. So, excellent work, the Swarm. Excuse me. We had a really, really great time. Potluck, guys. If you're thinking of getting your clans in there, this is the way to get into it. The next date is, I think, the 29th of June. And then after that, the 15th of July. They do one in the middle of the week and then one on a weekend. So, yeah, hope you guys had a bit of a laugh. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, please subscribe and clash on.
I challenge you to a dance-off. Hands off, no trash talk, no backwash.